Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another edition of The Explainer. Man, if you were trying to keep up with the sheer rapid-fire chaos of those Google I/O 2026 live blogs, you probably felt a little overwhelmed. But hey, don't sweat it, because you are exactly in the right place. We've sifted through every single major announcement, demo, and live update to make sense of this massive event. Today, we're going to perfectly explain in one highly structured session everything Google revealed and launched. From foundational AI intelligence all the way down to the apps you use every single day, we're exploring the complete ecosystem upgrade. Okay, let's dive into this, because to truly wrap our heads around what Google is building here, we have to start with the staggering scale of their current operations. Right at the top of the keynote, CEO Sundar Pichai dropped this absolute bombshell of a number, 9.7 trillion. That is the number of tokens Google's AI infrastructure is processing every single month. It's almost unimaginable. That number represents this massive volume of queries, tasks, and data flowing through their systems constantly. And it anchors absolutely everything else we're going to talk about today. You simply cannot handle 9.7 trillion tokens a month without a fundamentally revolutionary engine. So, to make sense of all this, we've broken the event down into a clear roadmap for you. We'll start with Section 1, the power of Gemini 3.5. Then, Section 2, meet your agent, Gemini Spark. Next up, Section 3, the era of AI search, followed by upgrading your daily apps. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with hardware teases and ultra pricing. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the power of Gemini 3.5, the engine driving the future. Because, like we said, processing trillions of tokens naturally necessitates an entirely new class of highly efficient AI models. And that brings us to the new Gemini 3 family. But look, models are really only as good as the hardware running them, right? Pichai was bluntly honest about this on stage. To handle this massive load without experiencing severe latency, Google is investing heavily in their next generation of TPU development. It's a foundational upgrade that's absolutely critical to keep the speed up while the intelligence scales out. When looking at those upgrades, two models really stand out in the 3.5 update. First is Gemini 3.5 Flash. Google is claiming this model combines frontier intelligence with actions and, crucially, it's 4 times faster in its output speed than previous models. 4 times. Then, introduced by Demis Hassambis, we have Gemini Omni. This thing is a multimodal powerhouse. You can literally generate videos simply by using text prompts. It even lets you edit videos using everyday conversational language. So think taking a selfie and seamlessly transforming the background into something entirely different just by asking it to. It's wild. Moving right along to Section 2, meet your agent, Gemini Spark, your 24/7 digital assistant. Now, what's really interesting about this interface is that we are transitioning from the raw underlying engine to the consumer face of the technology. Enter Gemini Spark. This is not just a chatbot you open, use, and close. It's a personal agent designed to actively manage your digital life. Spark operates 24/7, running continuously on virtual machines up in Google Cloud. And because it's cloud-based, the sync is completely seamless in the background across both your iPhone and your Android devices. Okay, agentic AI sounds kind of abstract, doesn't it? So let's ground this with the fantastic party planning example they showed on stage. Step 1, you simply voice your idea for a party out loud. Hey, let's throw a barbecue. Step 2, Spark takes over, processing that request in the cloud. Step 3, Spark actually executes complex tasks across multiple different apps for you. It automatically jumps into Google Sheets, builds an entire RSVP tracker, populates all the details, updates it in real time as your friends respond, and get this, it will even proactively chase down pending invites with reminder emails. You just give it an idea, and it handles the whole shebang. Which leads us perfectly into Section 3, the era of AI search, the biggest upgrade in 30 years. See, Google is taking this background agent technology and applying it directly to its oldest, most widely used product. As Google's Robbie Stein put it on stage, we're entering the era of search agents. Let that sink in. The crucial point here is that search is no longer just a simple link retrieval system. You aren't just looking for websites anymore. You're interacting with a tool that performs complex actions and literally generates custom user interfaces on your behalf right on the fly. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what they mean. With a new intelligent search box capable of handling highly specific, multi-layered queries, Google Search is now working simultaneously with multiple different agents in the background. So whether it's tracking real-time stock price changes or pulling together disparate data to build a complete travel itinerary, it's doing all the heavy lifting for you before it even presents the final results. Now let's talk about Section 4, upgrading your daily apps, AI injected everywhere. Let's look at how these agents are trickling down to upgrade the everyday apps you and I already rely on. First, YouTube is getting a feature called Ask YouTube, which intelligently finds highly digestible, to-the-point clips based on your specific queries. It entirely reimagines how you sift through video content. Second, Google Docs is introducing DocsWive, which makes document creation and editing remarkably easy using just AI voice assistants. And finally, for the developers out there, Google Anti-Gravity is bringing massive AI coding assistance. And as a really tasteful surprise from the demo, Anti-Gravity wasn't just helping developers build entire operating systems, they actually showed it assisting in programming the classic game Doom. No way, right?
But of course, with all this AI-generated content floating around, verification becomes absolutely paramount. To handle this, SynthID and C2PA standards are rolling out across Google Search and Chrome. This will explicitly flag to you if an image or a piece of content was generated using AI. Neutrally speaking, this is just a vital addition for the AI era, and honestly, it's so important that even OpenAI is partnering up to adopt Google's content verification standards here.
Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5, Hardware Teases and Ultra Pricing, the real-world impact. Let's move to the physical world and see how this builds into the hardware that will actually house these tools and, crucially, what it's going to cost you. Now, while I/O is traditionally a software event, we actually got some major hardware teases. First, we got confirmation of Samsung's intelligent eyewear. These smart glasses are slated to launch this fall, and while the hard details are still totally under wraps, the anticipation for how they'll integrate Gemini is understandably huge. Second, we got confirmation of Google Books, a brand new line of hardware that will be running on an entirely new Android-based operating system. But to access the absolute peak of this new AI ecosystem, it's going to come at a premium. Google revealed their new Google AI Ultra plans, and folks, the pricing starts at $100 per month. Yep, $100. This is a very significant step up in the consumer pricing model for access to these ultra-advanced 24/7 agentic AI models. Which leaves us with this final burning thought. We've seen an entirely upgraded ecosystem today, 4 times faster models, a 24/7 personal agent that plans your life in the background, and search engines that basically do the work of a research assistant. But the ultimate question is the ultimate digital convenience of agentic AI actually worth a $100 monthly price tag to you? It's a fascinating question for the future of consumer tech. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and I absolutely look forward to diving into our next topic with you very soon.